Hi guys, it's Lexi, and today we are kind of filming in a different area. This is the area where I filmed my wig video, so the sound isn't going to be very good. There's going to be a lot of reverb, but that's because I got new lights, and they're too big for my office. I'm sorry. So this might happen for a little while until I can rearrange the office the way I need it to be. But today we are actually going to be talking about what is in a cosplay bag. This is really important for a lot of people. People who cosplay really need a lot of things, and I have actually condensed everything down to like the most basic things that you really need. I tend to overpack, like not even like I bring things that maybe you really don't need. But you know, with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with the things I have condensed my cosplay bag down to. And I'm going to start with beauty products. So what you really need for your beauty products, the number one thing that people really actually do know that they need is lipstick. You need another one of your lipsticks. Like whatever lipstick you're wearing, always bring lipstick and chapstick. Don't just bring just lipstick. That doesn't moisturize your lips. Bring both, because you don't know when you're going to need some chapstick. Another thing you're going to need that is actually something that people really don't know they need is blotting paper. I use this brand, this like Japanese lady brand, because I think this one's actually, let me check. This one's cruelty free, so that's why I use it. I mean, like, I think the Clean and Clear one is really good, but I think that one's tested on animals. I try my best to stay away from products that are tested on animals, which is funny because like things like L'Oreal and stuff like that, those are totally tested on animals, but Wet n Wild's not tested on animals. This is though, because after you apply your lipstick and you blot your oils, your powder will kind of get a little funky. So what you want to do is you want to bring powder. And you also want to, like, this powder doesn't come with any kind of sponge or anything like that. So I always also bring a portable kabuki brush. And this is just to like reapply powder after I am done with my blotting. Most cosplays also use fake eyelashes. So what you are going to want to bring is you want to bring extra eyelash glue and an extra eyelash applicator. You don't know what's going to happen with those lashes. You don't know if they're going to be like a tooth uncomfortable and you just have to take them off for the rest of the day, or if like say something emotional happens, you start crying, or like some water gets splashed in your face, or you just sweat, you're going to need to reapply those eyelashes at some point. That is actually all of the beauty stuff that I would keep in my cosplay bag. That's pretty condensed. That's not a lot. Like, trust me, I've seen so much worse. Let's move on to wig stuff. For wig stuff, I would bring bobby pins, just in case like your wig isn't actually as put on as you thought it was. I would also bring hair ties, because you don't know if you just want to give up on that wig altogether and just kind of take it off. We get it. That's it for the hair stuff. I would probably also suggest bringing a can of hairspray. Like they sell like little mini ones, so like I usually don't, because most of my wig hairs are pretty free flowing. I don't really need them to stay in place, so I wouldn't personally, but I understand cosplayers that need to, like with spiky wigs. This is a very condensed list. And now we are going to move on to cosplay maintenance. I have this thing called the needle nest, and I put in a couple of hand sewing needles and a few safety pins. And I would also bring a couple of threads. White and black are usually preferred, and you just need them to be this small. You don't really need a lot. Like people bring like giant spools, you don't need that. White and black are usually preferred, but if you have a very colorful costume, something really bright, bring some of that. Like I would suggest bring anything that has to go on the hem, and anything that has to attach on stress points, like on the shoulder lines or on the bust points or on the side seams. And then I would also bring a hot glue gun. This one's kind of big, and I would use the hot glue gun just in case the hem does fall apart, but you don't have enough time to actually fix it. If you're like not waiting in line and you're kind of just on the con floor and you don't really have time to sit there and sew your whole hem. Like the whole hem falls off, let's just say that. You just put it on there. And then afterwards, you take that off, by the way. That is one of those things that I have to like really mention. If you are fixing your costume with a hot glue gun, afterwards, fix it in real life. Like take out the hot glue, which you can, like when it's dry, you can kind of just peel it off. It's rough, but you can do it. And then re-sew the hem, because you don't want to just be walking around with hot glue on your costume. Hot glue melts in heat. And with convention season, like it's really warm out there. So just take off whatever hot glue you put on during the day. And then you also want to bring a hairbrush. I know this is technically supposed to be in the wig section, but I would just bring like one of those really small ones. I just grabbed a hairbrush just to be like, hey guys, this is what a hairbrush looks like if you've never seen one before. There's one thing I want to say. Everybody needs to bring feminine products. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, bring feminine products. I really strongly urge this because if you're a guy and you're going with like a bunch of female friends, or even if you're just kind of like chilling out with girls that you know at a convention, bring feminine products, because it's really important. Like I feel like that's one of those things where if you say, oh my god, I can't believe this, I need this, and a guy pulls out a tampon or a pad or something like that, like I've had that actually happen to me before. It's hero saving, like it's amazing. For women, if you wear only tampons, bring pads and tampons. This is more not for yourself, but for other people. Some girls have allergies to tampons and some girls just can't handle pads. That's just how it is. I feel like this is something that's really important to mention because I feel like that's something that's kind of overlooked in a lot of ways. Another thing I highly suggest for women is, maybe sometimes men, is to bring extra underwear, just one other pair. You don't know what could happen. Just do it. Like it's always better to have a clean pair on you and never need it than to need it and not have a pair on you. At the very end, I'm going to go ahead and stick on here. Y'all need water. Bring a water bottle. Bring a full water bottle. At conventions, water tends to be really expensive unless you drink from a water fountain, which a lot of people are actually really sensitive to rust and other things that can build up in the water fountains. So if you are one of those people, highly suggest you bring your own water and that you are able to find a way to refill water. That's it. That's all that goes in my cosplay bag. I don't know about you guys, but I buy a lot of stuff, so I like to have bag space free. This is kind of very condensed and small. It's not a lot. You don't really need a lot. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. My Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat are in the description box below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.